YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one. We woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it. You guys know how adamant I am about valuing the right people in your life, attracting the right people in your life. Because if you really want to feel successful, you really want to feel rich, it's when you take care of yourself, you respect yourself, and then you got people that in your life that are going to respect you and love you as well, that are going to care for you as well. I mean, no matter how much materialistic things we obtain, how much status we receive, or how popular we are, if we don't got the people that support us, that are in our circle, that want to uplift us and make us feel good, you know what I mean? Make us feel loved, bro. I'm telling you, all that superficial stuff is just all for nothing. It's all in vain, bro, if you ain't attracting and being around the right people. You guys hear me tell myself that I'm so adamant about you just having the right people in your life. And so I normally don't talk about trends, but I wanted to talk about a trend that I've observed over the past year. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I see so many young men going in the opposite direction in which I want them to head into, where I think it's going to hurt them in the long run. And so I'm going against what I'm seeing that's trending on the internet in regard to what in the men's self-improvement space. And so, man, let's just get right into the video, man. Nowadays, in the past year, we've noticed a lot of men that have come to this realization that when they respect themselves and they take care of themselves, they end up getting better results. So we got guys out here that are now taking care of themselves. They hit in the gym. They taking more consideration into their appearance. They're trying to make themselves more attractive. And we have this thing called looksmaxxing, which is basically taking a man at his state and then basically maximizing his looks in every sort of way, meaning basically getting a makeover. This is something that I've done, and it is something that I 1000% support. But what the problem is that we put all of our focus into that, and we put all our focus into ourselves, and then we start losing sight, and we start losing focus of what's really important, and that's attracting the right people and also retaining the right people. The reason how we ended up to this situation and this realization that we needed to respect ourselves more is because we found ourselves in a position where we weren't getting respected. We found ourselves in a situation where, because we weren't our best selves, because we weren't putting very much care into ourselves, we were putting more energy into people and trying to people please and getting them to accept a lesser version of us, when in all actuality we couldn't accept who we are. Now here we are as men, getting to a point where we can look at ourselves in the mirror, become more proud of what we see physically and things that we're starting to manifest. And we don't necessarily depend on women or other people accepting us and respecting us. And we're coming to a realization that we're starting to respect ourselves, which I 1000% support. But what I don't want us to do is be on one side of the spectrum, where we were people pleasing, where we didn't put ourselves into consideration, where we were doing things to be liked, and then going all the way onto the other end of the spectrum, where we're just so self-centered. All we care about is ourselves. It's all about me. It's all about how she treats me. It's all about how they treat me. And if they don't treat me the way that I want to be treated, then I'm walking away, and I'm not caring, and I'm not putting in any forth effort. Basically, on this side of the spectrum, we're not looking to give anything, but expecting to receive, expecting other people. We're putting all this work in, and we're putting all this care into ourselves, and so we're just showing up thinking that that's all it takes. It's just for us to just show up, and that is just going to manifest, and that people should just treat us the way that we want to be treated, and if they don't, we willing to walk away. We need to meet somewhere in the middle. And so what I want to tell you guys is, I want you guys to think of this thing as when you guys are interacting with people and you guys are constantly having issues trying to retain people in your life. And even though you've improved, even though you're putting much self-respect into yourself and you're caring for yourself, I want you to understand this, man, that people stay around you based on how you make them feel. They come back to you, and they are attracted to you, and they stay in your area based on how they feel. When they know that when they get around you, they're going to have a good time, where it's going to feel like they're heard, or they're going to feel like you are actually care about them. When they keep getting a positive feeling from being in your area and being associated with you, that's what's going to make people coming back. Have you guys ever seen like a movie where the trailer was just fire, bro? The trailer was just fire and you was just like, yo, I'm going to go see that movie. And so what ends up happening is you end up, that movie may attract a lot of people. You know what I mean? But then whenever we go and see that movie doesn't have a lot of substance. That movie doesn't make us feel anything. When we sit there and watch that movie, it doesn't really make us feel like anything. It's kind of just like, man, that movie was meh. You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is we typically probably won't see that movie ever again. And if we do see it again, we probably won't see that movie a long time. But what if there was this? Now think of that movie, and then think of a movie where they had a good trailer, showing all the highlights of what you can expect in a 2-hour film, and they put it in 2 minutes and saying, hey, come see our movie. And then you go and see that movie, and then you love that movie. And because that movie made you feel some sort of way, that movie, you got some sort of, it tapped into your emotions, some sort of positive, euphoric feeling. You love, whenever you watch that movie, you love the way that it makes you feel. So you keep going back. You watching it over and over. For example, Shark Tale just went back on Netflix. Shark Tale came in 2004, bro. I was 8 years old. It's 20 years later, I'm still watching Shark Tale. I know what the movie is about. I know every single scene. It was crazy because this last movie, I knew I was making a video about this. I watched it last night. I know literally almost every single line in every single scene of the movie, bro. But why do I keep on watching it? Because of how it makes me feel. I know what to expect whenever I put it on. I know what it is going to be. But the reason why I keep coming back is because of how they make me feel, how that movie makes me feel. Even though I know it like the back of my hand, I keep coming back. We do that for things. We keep coming back to areas and things based on how they make us feel. You guys have to understand that it's more than just looks. It's more than just your money. It's more than just, what you look on the outside and what these men are telling you on the internet saying, oh, this is what men need to do. They need to do this and do that. But none of the men are telling you that you need to actually focus on valuing the people in your life by trying to figure out a way to make them feel better so that they can keep coming back to you. Okay, yes, you're a handsome, attractive guy that has all this money, that's got his life going on together, but whenever they get in their space and they're in your area, they don't feel anything because you don't put in any sort of effort, because you think that all you had to do was improve and then show up, thinking that you didn't have to value the other person. We have a lot of men now that what this has turned into is like the sassy man apocalypse. And just to make sure we're on the same page about what a sassy man is, it's not somebody that acts feminine or acts this way or acts that way. No, when I think of the sassy man apocalypse, I'm thinking of a lot of men who used to people please, who used to not know what their worth was, who couldn't accept themselves, and so they looked for other people to accept them. And they kept on putting energy, time, and effort into that girl who wasn't really giving them the time of day. They kept on trying to put in effort and put in time into those friends that weren't really giving that effort back into them in return. And because of that situation, it made us have some sort of traumatic experience. And I'm speaking from my experience because I know exactly how the men today are feeling, and which is why I think this video is so important. Now we've understood that, the reason why they were treating us this way is because we didn't respect ourselves. We didn't put much care into ourselves. So how can we expect anybody else to do the other thing or to do that? So now we've been focusing ourselves. We've been going goals. We've been focusing on how to make ourselves look better. We're trying to get higher quality women, trying to be around higher quality guys. And now we think that we done put in all this work and we done isolated and we done, we showing off our results so much so to the point where all we think we need to do is just show up. That we don't need to put forth any sort of effort into making this person feel a certain way when they're around us. Making this person feel like they're cared about, making this person wanting to come back. Whenever, like, yeah, you're a guy that has your stuff going on, you're looking real nice and everything, but whenever we're together, why is it that I feel like it's always about you? When people get around you, they feel like it's always about you. Or when they get around you, they feel like it's boring, because you don't want to take in the initiative by being that masculine man and saying, hey, we're going to do this, and I'm going to be the one to start the initiation so that we can both have a fun experience. Now we have a bunch of sassy men who are all about, I'm showing up, I'm the prize, and I think my stuff don't stink. Where now we are a sassy man where we ain't scared to match energy, where if somebody disrespects us, we willing to disrespect them back. Because all of a sudden we know our worth. Where now we've been so jaded by the experiences we had when we were a version of ourselves who we couldn't accept, that we think that we need to get our get back. We need to be on demon time. We need to, you know what I'm saying, show these women what we really about, and we need to show them. Guys, we done with that, bro. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm telling you, you're going to find yourself in the same exact situation, because you're going literally from one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum. And I'm here to tell you, anything in excess is toxic. Putting so much stock into your appearance, so much stock into your achievements and your accolades, and thinking that's all that is required. Now you're thinking that, oh, I'm not in the business of people pleasing no more, but you're not even in the business of making people feel good. It's one thing to be a people pleaser, but can people feel good being around you, bro? You still should, as a man, take that obligation or take that responsibility that whenever you invite a woman into your space, that you will set up something to where she can have a good time, where she'll feel valued, where she'll keep coming back for more. Even after she knows you and knows pretty much what to expect from you, she keeps coming back because of the way you make her feel. How you look and your accolades, that stuff runs out. Like I said, that's like the trailer, that's like the poster. Once people start getting into knowing the real you and they start tapping into your substance, what do you have to offer then? What do you have to offer then? You guys, I'm fully on board with Socialmaxxing and improving and making sure that we are caring for ourselves, respecting ourselves. I'm all for that. But I am so adamant on making sure that we are attracting the right people in our life and then doing the work necessary to retain them in our life. They're not just going to stay in your life just because of you're a guy who's, you know what I'm saying, who works out now, that makes 6 figures now and has a nice car and a nice house. That's not enough, bro. You still have to put in work socially. You have to be charismatic. Can you imagine having all those accolades, but still having this sort of essence about you or this aura about you that even though you put a lot of stock and care into yourself, you still put stock and care into other people? People, when they see that you're on your stuff, they may have some prejudged things about, they may have some expectations. Oh, he's cocky or he's this. But what if you were that guy? But then when they actually got to know you, they've actually found out that you was a real good dude who actually cares about other people, who doesn't just care about himself, who actually wants the people around him to be good and to be happy as much as he wants to be happy. That's what I mean by I want you right there in the middle. You went from people pleasing and you was all on board with doing that before, but now all of a sudden now you know your worth and know what you're capable of. You think that's beneath you now. That's the problem, fellas. You don't gotta go out here and teach these women a lesson, bro. If they mistreated you, bro, the perspective I'm coming from, I'm willing to give my love and care to anybody that's willing to love and care for me. And then once you realize that this person isn't deserving of it, you don't gotta be get back, or you don't gotta match their energy, or you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, go tit for tat. You just fall back. You just feel unbothered. You just sit there and you make mental notes and say, she over here, she acting like this. She must think I'm one of them. You know, I ain't got to put her in her place, but I ain't got to You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to disrespect her or nothing, but I'm going to keep it moving. Fellas, you got to understand that if you respect yourself, that does not mean that you have to disrespect others. You can respect yourself by walking away and then feeling unbothered. You want to get some revenge? You want to get some get back? Show that you're unbothered by it. Keep it pushing, keep it moving, showing that you ain't fazed by it. That's what masculine energy is, bro. Not worrying about the things that's out of your control. Not worrying about trying to prove somebody wrong or making sure that your opinion is heard. What I told y'all boys in one of my previous videos about the bad boy, man. Why does the bad boy win so much? The bad boy ain't worried about trying to prove somebody wrong or right. He ain't trying to do stuff for attention. He ain't trying to do stuff so you can understand how he feels. He don't care whether or not you understand how he feels, where he's coming from. He just, hey, if that's what you want to do and that's the type of energy you operate in, cool. You stay over there. I'm gonna have enough self-respect to not even like give you my time and my energy or even my breath. When you respect yourself, you don't gotta say nothing. You don't gotta go back and forth, bro. You just step to the side and you just stay in your lane and you just keep it moving, bro. But you still continue to love your neighbor, bro. Love your neighbor as you would yourself. I'm all for you guys looks maxing and everything like that, but there has to be some sort of substance to you. I want you guys to have all those accolades and everything like that, and then people get near you and they ain't hating on you. They want to be around you because of how you make them feel. They could care less about what type of car you drive. They could care less about what type of clothes you wearing. They could care less about how much money you make. What's going to make them come back is how you make them feel, the experience. When they look back over the time and when they spent with so-and-so or when they spent with Josh, they're not going to be like, oh, did you see his car was this or his house was this? No, they're going to be like, man, when we was hanging out outside on the patio and we was talking and we was having a good conversation. And man, they ain't gonna worry about your accolades and your achievements and what you was looking like. They gonna be wondering about the experience that you brought them. Which is why I'm so adamant on Socialmaxxing. This is coming from a guy who is a super, super shy guy. I'm still a shy guy, super introverted. That's me. If you would look at me at 8 years old, 9 years old, any time in my childhood years, bro, if you saw me, you would have never thought that I would have been able to be doing what I am doing now. You would have never thought. This is me coming from a guy who's done the self-improvement, who's done the lace maxing, and I'm telling you, Socialmaxxing is the one thing that I am most proud of. You looking good, you looking fresh, you making all this money, but you still scared to talk to people. You see a pretty girl, you still scared to assert yourself and go and approach. These sassy men apocalypse thinking that, oh, I'm the stuff. I don't even got to approach. The girl should be approaching me. That's not true at all, bro. As a man, we are the leaders. And then what leaders do is we initiate action, bro. We assert ourselves. We make something out of nothing. We just don't show up and it's there. No, as men, we are leaders. We make things happen. And if you like that girl, bro, you got to understand that no matter how much achievement, how much success, she's not going to approach you because it's not in her DNA to. It's in yours too. That says what type of man you are. If you're scared, it's okay, bro. I've been there before. But I'm telling you, what's going to make you literally a night and day difference. It's when you focus on the social aspect of things, when you focus on making people feel good, when you're not only into the business of attracting people, but doing the work necessary to retain those people in your life, not thinking that you're above those people. No, we need those people. Fellas, stop trying to tell yourself that we don't need these women. We need these women. And women, y'all need us. Wipe every single woman off the face of this planet. I would go crazy. I would be in panic mode. And I'm pretty sure it would be the other way around too, vice versa. If every single man was wiped off the face of this planet, women would be going crazy. We need to stop thinking that, oh, I'm the prize and I'm this and I'm that. So much so to the point where we just feel like we just got to show up. I want every single person on my channel, man or woman, if they want the life that they imagine, the life that they desire, you got to go out there and get it. You got to stop thinking that, oh, I just got to do a little bit and it's just going to fall in my lap. It's not going to be the case, bro. I want you guys to focus on your looks, but also focus on your mind, your spirit. Not just your body, not just the superficial stuff, not just the poster, the 2-minute version of you, the highlights version of you. If I was to dig a little bit deeper, how authentic are you? What's your quality once I going a little bit deeper in the roots? Also, a bonus tip to the ladies. Same thing. Stop worrying about trying to look a certain way to attract a man. You have to understand that if you want a man, the reason what's going to make that man stay with you is by how you make him feel. I love the women out here looking good, got your makeup done, nails and everything like that. But if we are putting 110,000% all our stock into that and not putting any stock into our mind and into our spirit, how long do you think you can retain a man that you really like? Because I know you don't want a man that just likes you for just looking good. What does that say a lot? What does that say about a man? That the only thing that the only thing you have to do is look good for him. And that's the only criteria you need that he needs for you. Sounds to me like that man is not used to getting some good looking women. The man that you want, the man that you desire, he's going to be looking for something else more than just the way you look. Okay, you look good. All right, cool. You got your foot in the door. Now what else? What else do you have to offer? That's what I'm telling to my guys. Okay, you make 6 figures, you make a little money, you work out, you in shape. Now, what else is there to it? What else? What is going to make this person keep coming back to you? We have to understand that the social aspect of it is the most important thing. When we are on our deathbeds, when we've had a full life, it's not, let me see all my money. It's not, let me see my cars. Let me see my house. Let me see my accolades. Let me see my achievements. No, it's going to bring the people that I love. Let me say one last thing to them before I go. You want to feel rich? Value people, understanding that, bro, this life of being an alpha male and being a sigma and you don't need nobody, bro, it's for the birds, bro. Been there, done that, ain't going back, bro. So that's why this video is so important, is because I see so many young men on a road that's leading them somewhere where they don't know what the end result is going to lead. Bro, it's going to leave you, it's okay, you're going to reach the success, but you still going to feel lonely. You still going to feel depressed. You still not going to feel happy. You got all the money in the world, got everything you could dream of, but you still got to pay for people to come and hang out with you. The only way that you can get friends is if you buy them. I don't want that for you boys, man. I want people to be messing with you for you. And if you want that, understand that there's going to be some work from you that is required in order for you to get that. I want you to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be in your nice house, be in your nice car, and you got you a nice, beautiful woman on the side of you that loves you for you. And she ain't going nowhere because of how you make her feel. You could do it. You could look a certain way. You cannot be at your best physically. You cannot be at your best mentally. But because of how you make that woman feel, she going to stay right there beside you, bro. When women don't love you for how you feel, for the way you make them feel, as soon as your money start drying up, that's when they dip out on you. Or when you start going through a mental relapse, or when you ain't at your sharpest, that's when they start dipping out on you. But when you want a woman that wants you to be with you for you, she's with you because of how you make her feel, bro. And that's not just dealing with like a relationship. That just deals with people in general. Your homeboys is going to kick it with you and want to spend more time with you because of how you make them feel. Y'all laughing, y'all giggling. Y'all having a good time because of how you making them feel. People come back based on how they feel in that moment. Never forget that. Socialmaxxing is the key. Let's stop this sassy man stuff, bro. I may be saying an unpopular opinion, but I don't care, bro. I see my boys heading down a dark path that I don't want them to go on. So that's all I got for y'all boys. If y'all need to talk to me, y'all want to speak to me about your specific situation, or you need some advice, you can book a consultation. Link down below in the description. If you guys need a training program, you guys can do so by buying my 12-week training program for your fitness journey. Down below in the description. If you guys want to say what's up to me, say any comments or concerns, or got any questions, you guys can do so by sending me an Instagram DM and saying whatever you got to say, man. But with that being said, before y'all go, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'ma holler at y'all boys.